In this video I show you how to run and interpret a moderated mediation with process with a multi-categorical moderator, that is a moderator with more than 2 categories. I will show you how to run this with R or with SPSS, and I'll show you how to interpret the output, because that's the same for both programs. I will demonstrate this in the context of process model number 7, this model here, with a moderated A path, but the same logic applies if you run instead one of the other moderated mediation templates. Let's start with R. If you want to run process with R, you have to download process and run this R file, process5.r, and after that the process function is initialized and you can use process commands. Here is the most basic process command with the multi-categorical moderator for process model number 7, the data frame, the model number, the 4 variables, and crucially MCW equals 1. MCW, multi-categorical W, and W is the moderator. What does this do? In order to understand that, let's look at the data. Here we have an independent variable, a mediator, a moderator, and a dependent variable. The moderator has 3 levels, 1, 2, 3. And important hint, it must not be a factor variable. It has to be numeric in process for R in order to work. And with multi-categorical equals 1, one group is the reference category, and for the other 2 groups we have dummy variables comparing those groups to the reference category. So there will be one dummy variable for group 2 and a second variable for group 3. If you do the same with SPSS syntax, this here is the syntax code. So basically the same, just using a slightly different notation. For that to work, you have to run in SPSS the syntax file process.sps that you get with your download from process. If you want to run this model using the SPSS dialog, here is the process dialog, and here is a button for multi-categorical variables. And if you use that, then you can choose for the different variables whether they should be multi-categorical. MCW equals 1 isn't the only possible value. Here are the other ones. In most cases, you will probably choose between 1 and 2. 2 can be interesting, that's sequential. So there, group 2 is compared to group 1 and group 3 is compared to group 2. So neighboring groups are compared. You would use that if you have a moderator that is on an ordinal scale. But in this example for nominal scale moderator, I think MCW equals 1 makes sense. So let's run this. Here's the output. In order to understand the output, here is the coding of the categorical variable. W1 is a dummy variable for group 2 in comparison to group 1, and W2 is the dummy variable for group 3 compared to group 1. Here the model for the A path that is moderated in this template, and relevant are primarily the 2 interactions. Here we get a product terms key, so interaction 1 is the interaction between the independent variable and the first dummy variable, and interaction 2 between the independent variable and the second dummy variable. So int 1 tells us whether the difference between group 2 and group 1 moderates the effect of the independent variable on the mediator. And int 2 tells us the same for the difference between group 3 and group 1, whether that moderates the effect of the independent variable on the mediator. Here both are significant, so the A path is moderated. Test of highest order unconditional interactions, that tests whether both interactions taken together moderate the A path. That is the path from the independent variable to the mediator. And here we have the conditional effects or simple slopes, that is the A paths conditional for different values of the moderator. So for group 1, this is the effect, which is in this case not significant. For group 2, we have a significant negative effect. And for group 3, we have a significant positive effect of the independent variable on the mediator. Then the model for the B path and the C prime path. That's basically the same as in a model without a categorical moderator. Here we have a significant B path and a significant C prime path. And the crucial results are here under direct and indirect effects. Index of moderated mediation, that's the key measure for a moderated mediation. And if that's significant, we have a moderated mediation. And here we have 2 indices of moderated mediations, because technically we have 2 moderator variables, 2 dummy variables. Here with W1, we see that the difference between group 2 and group 1 moderates the indirect effect. Because it's significant, the bootstrap confidence interval does not include 0. And for W2, the difference between group 3 and group 1 also moderates the indirect effect because, again, the bootstrap confidence interval does not include the 0, so it's significant. So we have significant moderated mediations. And if that's the case, if at least one of those indices of moderated mediation is significant, then we look at the conditional indirect effects. And here we have the indirect effects for the 3 possible values of the multi-categorical moderator. And we can see for group 1, we don't have a significant indirect effect, because here the bootstrap confidence interval does include the 0. Whereas for group 2 and group 3, we have significant indirect effects, because there the bootstrap confidence intervals do not include 0. That's it for a short introduction into moderated mediation with a multi-categorical moderator variable. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.